Hello everyone, welcome back to Naomi's Bookshelf. I decided that I just finished the series and I want to share it with everyone. So we're going to talk about one of my new favorite series, at least of the year, my favorite completed series so far, which is the Harboured Secrets series. They are Living Lies is the first one, Deadly Deceit is the next one, and Silent Shadows is book number 3. So this is a finished trilogy. It is written by Natalie Walters. She and her husband, I believe, live in Hawaii as her husband is in the Navy, I believe. I think they're really fun, and these are really great books. They're Christian suspense books that have a heavy romance element as well. So I'm just gonna give a spoiler-free review of this. If you want to check them out, this is why I think you should. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about each book and then I'll give my overall thoughts and impressions. So Living Lies was really great. It follows Lane and Charlie. Charlie is a deputy at the local sheriff's office, and Lane is a single mom who is trying to run a cafe. So it kind of follows tumultuous events that happen surrounding them. Charlie is also newly from the Marines. I want to say he's from the Marines. It's been a while since I've read this exact book, so those details are a little foggy. But he has an army background, and an event happens in town that they need to solve together. It does involve a murder right off the bat, and it is quite a fast-paced book. This one also has a lot of depression rep in it, which I have experienced myself and struggle with sometimes, and so I enjoyed seeing that in there as well. This was not a 5-star book, but I really did enjoy it and I highly recommend it. So I was like thrilled when I picked this one up and I loved it. This brought me back to like old Terry Blackstock vibes, those classic books, or anything like that kind of high intense action, or Dee Henderson. If you have read any of those older, not older, but they're a bit few years in the past authors that I grew up reading as a teenager, this gave me those vibes. I loved it. Now, book number 2 was Deadly Deceit, and this one follows Vivian and Ryan. Now, something about this series is that every book follows a different character, so you don't follow the same characters every time. This is my favorite kind of series to read, where in this one you follow Lane and Charlie, and then in this one, in Living Lies, you meet Ryan and Vivian, and then in this one, you actually see them, and then you also see snippets of their lives. Snippets? I think it's snippets. Anyways, so this one is where Ryan is also a deputy, and Vivian is a reporter, and they stumble across some suspicious dealings around town. They have to work together, but they also don't completely trust each other, as well as they're also a little bit falling in love with each other. She is definitely a geek slash nerd and proud of it, which was awesome to see. And he is such a funny computer science nerd, which was awesome too. It's really great to read these characters and these romantic relationships. I think Natalie Walters does a romantic relationship really well. And that's 3 books in and I've already loved every book. So yeah, really, really enjoyed this one too. Also a 4-star from me. And then the last one got a 5, which was Silent Shadows. So this one follows Pekka, who you meet in book 2. She is a nurse, and she meets Colton, who is an army captain, and he is going to this rehab home to work with a muscle disorder that he has, where his arms and his muscles tend to just do whatever they want. So it follows them as she does have some connections with a gang in her previous life. She's a single mother. And it follows this kind of relationship aspect well, where they have this patient and nurse relationship that isn't completely forbidden, but it's also a little, not questionable, but it's not exactly roses, if you know what I mean. And then you also have this where he's trying to protect her, but she's also trying to figure out how to protect her son. So these books were all really great. I think if you should read them, you should read them in order. I always recommend that if it's a series, because if you read book 3, say, you know what's going to happen in book 1 because there's obvious hints. However, the thing about these mysteries is, yes, they're independent in the sense that each book is about a different person, so you can totally read them out of order, but you'd also get snippets of their life. I keep saying snippets. Snippets of their life from the previous book. So Charlie and Lane are in every single book, and Vivian and Ryan are mentioned in this book and in the most recent book. I do think that this book ended really well as like an epilogue. I love that it had a great epilogue, because one thing that often suffers in these kind of series is that it doesn't cover all the characters, and it did in this one. So I really did enjoy this. I do recommend reading it in order, like I said, but I also think you can read it out of order too, as it's kind of obvious who's going to end up together in the end. But the mystery element is not spoiled in any of these books, and if they are, it's not enough where you can't figure out what's going on. I definitely love this mystery element in all 3 books, and I highly, highly recommend. So check these out. If you have not read any of them, go for Living Lies. It's an amazing one. But Silent Shadows just came out on the 31st, like I said, so I highly recommend picking it up, especially in this time of turmoil. I try to support the authors that you enjoy and love and check these ones out. Either order them online or with your local bookstore like I did. I definitely think supporting local as long as you can is awesome. Or checking out an ebook or an audiobook, because I haven't done an ebook or audiobook for these, but they were great. I also did get this one as an ARC from NetGalley, but my local Christian bookstore actually managed to get this one in early and get it to me before its due date. So I was able to read it in advance physically, which I definitely enjoy the experience of reading physically more than ebooks. So I highly recommend supporting local, and I don't know how the reading experience would be audio-wise because I haven't done that, but check these ones out if you are at all interested in suspenseful Christian with a romance element. Also a really, really well done characters, and I love the army background or the military background, because they're not all army. There's Marine, and I don't think book 2 had anyone in the army, but there's one of them's going with the FBI. So yeah, really great. Love them all. Highly, highly recommend. So please let me know down below if you are going to read these, or if you've read them, or if you've enjoyed them. Please let me know also down below if you have any other authors that I should check out that are similar to this kind of thing, because I truly love books like these. Thank you again. Please subscribe if you would like to, and like this video. I will see you all next time with another video. Bye for now.